Good afternoon. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. It's me again, Micah from Websites Advice, and I welcome you to another webinar about website making. Now, this is actually the sixth installment of our webinar series on website creation. And I and Websites Advice thank you for continually supporting and watching all of our webinar series weekly. And we hope that you stick with us until the end of our webinar series on website creation. Now, today in this webinar, we will still be talking about WordPress. Last time, we talked about WordPress introduction on everything that you need to know about WordPress before you build your website with them. This time, we'll be specifically navigating the WordPress dashboard. Now, this is important because the WordPress dashboard is going to be your best friend later on when it comes to making or building your website with them. Today in our webinar, I will be taking you to our own personal WordPress dashboard, Websites Advice WordPress dashboard, and together we will explore the different parts, understand the functionality, so that when you go ahead and make your own website with WordPress, you are now familiar in everything that are in there in order for you to create a functional and a highly customized website. Now, before we do that, before everything else, please make sure to watch until the end of the video. Keep on tuning in so that you will get access or you will see the link of the feedback form for this particular webinar. Remember, the feedback form is our sole basis in issuing the e-certificates. So make sure to watch our webinar, be interactive, comment down below your questions, mention down your friends, and all of those things, and for you to be able to get access at the end of the webinar, the feedback form that we will be flashing. Okay, now before we do everything else, make sure to like our Facebook page as well for you to get notified of all the posts and all the webinars that we will be conducting. Go ahead and visit our YouTube channel too. Subscribe and hit the notification bell because we will be posting there different videos, tutorial videos, and all the webinars that we had conducted. And don't forget to like and thumbs up this video. Now, as we begin this webinar, give this webinar a thumbs up, share this video, mention down your friends, comment down below your friends who you think who needs this particular webinar. So, WordPress explained, dashboard navigation. Let's begin. Before you could even gain access to the WordPress dashboard, there are certain steps that you need to do first. So the first step is for you to get a web hosting provider. Now, you can choose Bluehost, Hostinger, SiteGround, HostGator, and the like. So any of the top 9 picks that we have provided to you in this webinar. And once you've selected a web hosting provider, you can now go to step 2, which is installing WordPress. Now, this is the easy part because majority of the web hosting providers already have a feature where you can just click an icon to their cPanel and it will automatically install WordPress for you. It's that easy. Now, how will you exactly do this? Well, you need to go to their cPanel, to your web hosting provider's cPanel, or some web hosting provider uses Plesk panel, but the most popular one is cPanel. So this is an example of a cPanel. This is Bluehost's cPanel. What's best about cPanels is that it's icon based, just like the softwares that we see in our cellular phones. So it's easy on the eyes if you look at it, right? Now you have here website builders. Then here is the WordPress software. So all you need to do is click and install. Of course, there are next steps that needs to be followed, but that's just a matter of clicking. Then we also have HostGator cPanel. There is WordPress, so click on that if you want to install it with HostGator. SiteGround's cPanel. There is WordPress. Just click on it and install. Once you've installed it, WordPress will send an email to your email address, the one that is registered on your web hosting provider. And then from there, you can get the information that you need in order for you to access your WordPress dashboard. And if you've done that, then it's time for you to build your website. But first, you need to get familiar with the WordPress dashboard. But before we dwell into that, perhaps you might be thinking, can I install WordPress without a web hosting provider? The answer is yes. You can definitely install WordPress in your computer without a web hosting provider. Perhaps you haven't chosen yet a web hosting provider for you, or you haven't fully decided yet if WordPress is for you. Or perhaps you want to test the waters first. So this option is good for you. But this is a whole another discussion, and we will not discuss it at this part of our webinar. But know that it is possible. It's just that since you don't have a web hosting provider, the website that you will be creating using your computer without a web hosting provider will not be available in the internet. Now, is it possible to make it available on the internet? Yes, it is possible. You can purchase a web hosting provider, or there are different options still that you can do. It's a whole bunch of processes if you will choose this route. So I suggest you follow the systematic way that we are suggesting. You get a web hosting provider, and from there you can install WordPress. Now, once the installation is complete, it's time for the third step, and that is familiarizing yourself with the WordPress dashboard. And I will take you personally to our website's dashboard on WordPress because our website is built on WordPress, and I will, or together, we will explore the different parts of the dashboard so that you can ready yourself later on once you are already editing your website using WordPress. But first, let us define what is a dashboard. A dashboard as a word can be defined in many ways, but in the context of website making, specifically on the context of WordPress, it is an interface. What do we mean by interface? It is the communication between a person and a computer. So what's that communication? Well, it's simply how we manage and how we use the software to for it to be usable for us. So it is an interface that we use for us to be able to communicate to the language of the computer that enables us to create the website in the computer. So that is a dashboard. Now, ready yourself because we are about to explore the WordPress dashboard. This is Websites Advice very own WordPress dashboard. So this is how a WordPress dashboard looks like. Now, just a disclaimer. Later on, once you install the WordPress software and then you launch the dashboard, you may find that the information that you will be seeing here in our webinar today may differ from that of the information that will appear once you launch your new WordPress software. That is because we've already added content into our website and plugins and different themes and the like. So there are additional information that you will see. But technically it's just the same. It's just that more information are added into the dashboard that we will be using in our webinar today. Now, if you follow me to the left side part of our dashboard of the screen, you will notice that there is a black sidebar at the left side. This sidebar contains main navigation menus This is where you go whenever you want to post contents, whenever you want to add a plugin, a widget, to edit, to upload images, to upgrade something or update something. This is where you go. This is what you toggle and you navigate. Now, on top of it, you will see a top sidebar. At the left side, you will see the logo of WordPress, and it has different tabs that can lead you to the WordPress um, website. And specifically, if you want to know more about how they can support you in using the software, this is an easy way to go from there, or yes, to there. Next, we have the home icon and the name of your website. So this is again another handy tool that you can use whenever you want to see the actual or your actual website, how it looks like after editing, perhaps after putting all the content and information. This is a good way for you to go to your website and see it. Next to that are two arrows. These two arrows represents the updates. The updates not only in terms of the actual software, the WordPress, but also updates when it comes to the plugins that you've purchased, that you've installed in your website, as well as the different themes perhaps that you used in your website. So it also shows you the number of updates that are available. Next to it is the comment icon. The comment icon represents the comments from your visitors that needs or that's in moderation. So it gives a summary of the number, so you will get reminded that there are pending comments in moderation. Next to it, the plus new tab. The plus new tab lets you add posts, medias, pages, templates, events, and even the user of the WordPress dashboard. And beside it is security tab. The security tab shows you your security plugins, the available updates and versions and perhaps upgrades that are available for you to purchase or install. And at the top right side of the dashboard, you will see there the the picture of the person who is currently logged in the WordPress websites, the WordPress dashboard. Now, this part of the um, dashboard contains different information. It's just like a summary of your website. So this contains the summary of your entire website. Let's go let's go ahead and look at them. Now the first one that would appear, especially if you are new in WordPress, you just started or you just launched your WordPress, you will see here the welcome tab. Now the welcome tab, you can see there the customize your site, meaning you can click on this and then it will let you customize or build your website. It also has different guides on how you can add functionality, content, plugins, widgets in your website. So this offers guides on how you can do that. Next part, we have the quick draft. The quick draft enables you to write a post immediately or save it as a draft and save for later. Now I find this very handy, especially if like you're working on a WordPress website on your website and suddenly an idea pop into your head. So instead of finding that particular navigation or menu on the sidebar, you can go ahead and go to the dashboard and create the idea that you were thinking in this part of the dashboard. So I suggest you utilize this because this is a very beautiful part of the WordPress dashboard. It lets you input ideas, especially if those ideas, are popping inside your head and you don't want to forget them. So you add or you make them immediately. Next part is the WordPress events and news. Now, the beauty of WordPress is that it is open. It is an open software, meaning there are engineers all over the world having different skill sets working together to make WordPress a better software. Now you are a part of a big community, of a huge community. And this particular part of the dashboard proves very useful because it shows you the latest trends, the events, the news, updates, problems, issues regarding WordPress. So it's all there. It's just like your ticket in communicating and in increasing or in participating in the WordPress community. Next, we have the site health status. The site health status gives you an overview or shows you if your website is performing good, or if its security is good. So this is the tab that shows you if you need to adjust some things. So it already gives like a rating, like a scale on how well you perform and built your website. So this is like a one quick glance on your website's performance in WordPress. Now, next is at a glance. At a glance shows it's the summary, shows the summary of everything in your website. Take for example, our website has 58 posts. It received 164 comments from its users. It has 7 pages and it has 41 comments in moderation. So it's a summary of the content of your website. It also shows the current WordPress version that you are running on and then the theme that you are using. Plus, it also has an additional tab where you can update to the latest version of website. Now, the next part of the dashboard is activity. It shows you the different activities happening in your dashboard. So this is where you go, and this is where you can see the different activities of people, especially if more than one is accessing your WordPress dashboard. Now you might ask, what are these two things here? This is the calendar. It's a plugin that we've installed in our WordPress dashboard. So it shows the upcoming events in our website. Next is Elementor Overview. Elementor is a plugin that we've installed in our dashboard in our WordPress website. It enables us to edit content in our website. So this is a plugin that we've installed in our WordPress website. So you can see here shortcuts, the home, promotion codes, contact us of the people or of the company managing or who created Elementor. And you can also see here latest news and updates about the Elementor plugin. Much like the WordPress events and news, it's just that WordPress events and news is specifically for the entirety or the software, the WordPress software itself, the design and all of that. So it's like a general thing. And Elementor View is specifically to the plugin that you've installed in your website. Now, later on, if you've installed different plugins and widgets, just like the calendars, later on in your WordPress website, you also have the option to let to make it appear on your dashboard, just like what we did with the Elementor plugin. And what gives you that ability is this part of the dashboard, the screen options. So if you click on that, you will see here the different information that you can see in the WordPress website. Not website, dashboard. So you can go ahead and select and deselect the information that you would like to appear in your WordPress dashboard. Take for example, since we are not beginning or we are not starting to build our website, we can go ahead and deselect the welcome to WordPress info. So what I will do is take a look at this one. I will deselect, focus your eyes here and here. I will deselect, and there you go, it disappears. So you also have the ability to to like customize what information you would like to appear on your WordPress dashboard. So those are the information that you can find in the WordPress dashboard. Now let's go ahead and explore the other tabs in our main menu. So Posts tab. So in this tab, you can see all the content of your website. So if your website is on blogging, on online selling, you can see here the articles. You can see here the different products that you've posted. If you are on photography and portfolio, you can see here all the content that your website has. And it is also in this tab where you can add new posts. So you have it here, and you also have it at the side bar, add new. So if you click on that, it will direct you to a part of the dashboard where you can edit or where you can add another post. And you also have the option to like edit it with the plugin that you've installed in your website. You can preview it using this part of the dashboard, and you can also publish it. So everything that you need to have in order for you to post a new post is already here. So it's really very user friendly. Under posts also would be categories and tags. Now these two, think of it like topics or labels. Categories are a more general topic, and then tags would be specific topics or specific labels. Now this goes with your posts. So if you click on the categories, you will see here the different, or you can create a different or any categories that you like. Take for example, you are into like our website, we have different categories already here. So we have website builder categories, web hosting review categories, and under each of these categories are different articles, different topics when it comes to reviews or website builders. So different topics on different website builders. So you also have an option here at the side where you can add new categories, give its description, and then just click on add, and it will automatically be added in the category. It's the same with tags. Now tags are more specific topics or specific labels or information, and the same as categories, you can easily add categories using this part of the dashboard, and it will appear here. This is where you can see it, and in this part of the dashboard you can click on that, and then it is here where you can edit it more. So it really is very user friendly. Now that is on posts. Now we have the media menu. So the media this is all the pictures, the media files that goes with your website. So like for example, you are building a portfolio for you. So this is where you can upload all your projects, all your outputs. If you're on online selling, this is where you can upload the videos for your products, the pictures for your products. If you're into blogging, this is where you can upload the pictures that you will be using with your blogs or with your articles. So it has a library where you can see all the uploaded pictures or media files that you've used in your website. We already have a handful because we already used, or we already have a lot of articles. And it is also here where you can add new media. So it's just uploading something on Facebook, or if you are converting a file using or a YouTube, perhaps a YouTube link, then it's just as easy as that. You can just go ahead and click on select files. It will connect it to your computer, and then it will let you upload the files or the media files that you would like to go with in your website. So it's really just easy as 1, 2, 3 if you take a look at it. It's very user friendly. Now after the media, we have pages. Now pages of your website, The pages of your website contains information such as contact information, about us information, events and webinars, home. So for us, we have 7 pages. Now think of it like a book, right? A book has a cover page. It has a table of contents. It has introduction about the author, index, glossary, or even appendices. So these are like fixed topics or fixed contents of a book, right? So it is similar to that of the pages in your website. So these are different parts of your website where your visitors can find different information depending on what page they are on. So perhaps they want to know more about you, then they can go ahead to the About Us page. They want to read your articles, they go to the blog page, or they want to see your products, the products that you are selling, the photos of it, then perhaps you can create another page for that particular information. So that is the page section. So similar to the rest of the other parts of the main menu, there's an option where you can add new pages. So it's similar, it's redundant. If you have noticed it already, it's redundant the way it is organized. That's why it has become very user friendly even to non-technical website or non-technical people. Next, we have comments. So the comments section is something that I really like in the WordPress dashboard, because this shows you all the comments that you've received in all the products or articles that you have in your website, or even the messages that they sent you. So like for this, for example, what I really like about this the most is that you can select and deselect comments, and then when you select a comment, you have other options, or you have many options on what to do with it. So you can go ahead and approve it, you can reply, you can have a quick edit or edit it, and if it violates something, or you think that that particular comment is not related or irrelevant to the blog or to the post that you've created, then you can go ahead and put it into spam or you trash it. So it lets you control and manage the comment section of your website. I like this very much since in the internet, people can just go ahead and comment a bunch of nonsense things, right? Take advantage of the comment section to promote their blogs, their websites, and whatnot, or they can be really aggressive when it comes to their comments. So you have the ability to control this. That's the beauty of this particular part of the dashboard. You can edit the comments. Now let's explore the appearance section of our dashboard. So if you click on this, you will see subsections such as themes, customize, widgets, menus, and background. This is where we're going to focus our discussion in this particular section. Now if you click on themes, it will direct you to the part of the dashboard where you can select the theme or the template that you would like to use for your website. And as I said, you have a wide option. There are more than 30,000 templates available in the WordPress directory. So you can go ahead and choose from their directory. This is the theme that we are currently using, Airy. That is the theme we are currently using in our WordPress website. But you can go ahead and choose your own. By default, there are actually 3 default themes if you launch your new WordPress software: 2019, 2017, and 2020. So you can go ahead and use these ones, or if not, you have the option to add a new theme. So if you click on that, you have here different options. You can have the featured themes, popular themes, latest themes, or even the favorite themes that you have marked. It will appear here. Now, if it's still too, for me, it's a wide option, 30,000. So if you have a keyword on mind, take for example, you are on online shopping, then you can go ahead and type on shopping, and then it will show you different themes about or related to the word shopping. Then you can just go ahead and click on that, install, and then you can also preview how it would look like. So if you preview it, just wait for it, and it will show you how your website would look like. So you can explore the themes that you would like to choose. Then if you like it, then you can just go ahead and install it and be your theme. Now, the rest of the subsections, such as customize, widgets, menus, background, they are theme dependent, meaning if you use a particular theme, it comes along with, or it's a total package deal. It comes with different fonts, with sidebars, with menus that will definitely define your website. You have options to edit it, but it's limited. Again, it's dependent on the setting of the theme that you have chosen. So let me show you what I'm talking about. If you click on customize, it will direct you to your website, and specifically it will let you edit the font size, the font style, the font color that appears on your website. So this is the header. This is the header of our website. Only the most, then there. So there is no best, only the most suitable. So if I like to edit this, I can go ahead and click on the header and then the menu. Then I can go ahead and click on the different options that I have here. So it will, it will let me edit how I want it to appear on my website. If I want to change the color, I can go ahead and click on colors, the header, and then I have options here if how I want the color to appear. There. Now, it's a little bit easy if you ask me. The hard part here is you need to explore what your theme can offer, what this particular theme can offer you. So for me, I would like to see what it can offer for the different options that I have in building or in making or in editing and customizing the font size and font styles of my website. So that is where I think where you will spend the most of the time with. But nonetheless, it's a little bit user friendly because you can just click on it and then just try to see how you would like it to appear on your website. So it's really customizable. Next, we have the widgets. So widgets would be, these are tools that adds specific functionality to your website, similar to that of the widgets that we use in our cell phone, such as weather, a Chrome search widget, and the like. So they have specific function. It's similar to the widgets that you see here in WordPress. It's just that in WordPress, it is more used in as footers or in the side bars. So if we click on widgets, it will show you different options on widgets. So for us, we have this widgets, calendar, categories, gallery, image. We also have the search widgets located at the top right. So this is where you type in whatever information that you are looking for in our website. So there are different widgets available in WordPress. You can just go ahead and explore the different widgets that you would like to include in your website. And then you can also customize where you want it to appear. You can do that all in the widget part or in the widget section in the appearance of your website. Next, we have menus. When we talk about menus in this subsection, remember it's in the appearance section. So this is the subsection of appearance. When we talk about menus, this is now the buttons that your visitors will click on your website that will lead them to a particular page or part of your website. So this is like the navigation tool, the navigation button in your website. For our website, we have this menus, events and webinars, promotion codes, about us, and contact us. So these are the menus that we have. You can go ahead and add menus and edit it here. Then perhaps you can edit all the menus that you have here and then just save menu like that. You can explore this. I mean, if you go to the different sections of the dashboard, it would be easier, or it is really easy to navigate because there are like it's very user friendly and it's easy on the eyes. If you look at the dashboard, it's really easy on the eyes. And then there are different options. You can even search for a widget if you have a widget in mind. Then perhaps instead of you searching it, instead of you toggling or looking at every part, you can go ahead and search for the widget. Now, last on the appearance section is the background subsection. The background is literally the background of your website. So if you click on that, it will direct you to your website so that you can easily see how the website or how your background work. Now, this is the background of our website. If you've been to our website, you will see that it is this one. So this is the background of our website. If you have an image on mine, if you have your own image, then you can select image. And then you have other options here. You can either upload a file, you copy and paste directly from the clipboard, or you can select from your library if you have uploaded a tons of pictures there. And the beauty of this particular part of the dashboard is this part. If you can look at my cursor, this part. So if you click on that, this particular setting will let you preview how your website background would look like if your visitor uses a monitor. If your visitor uses like a tablet, then you can click on the tablet or iPad and it will show you the image on how it would look like. And if it's a cell phone, then it's gonna be like this. Okay, so that is on background image. You can select your own picture if you like to. So that is all about the appearance section of our dashboard. Everything that has something to do with how your website will look like, down to the tiny detail, the footers and the sidebars. This is the section where you can edit all of that. Now let's take a look at the plugins section. If you click on the plugin section, there are 3 subsections such as installed plugins, add new, and plugin editor. So if you're starting your new WordPress website, then you can go ahead and add a new plugin. So the plugins, if you can remember on our discussion on plugins, these are tools that adds functionality to your website. So they perform certain tasks like email, like security. Like for example, if you want your editor to be more user-friendly when you're editing your content, so you can add a particular plugin for that. So You click on add new, and then there are more than 50,000 plugins to choose from in WordPress. There are featured, popular, recommended, favorites. You can go ahead and explore this one. Or if you have something in mind, then you can go ahead and key in the keyword in this part of the dashboard, and it will show you different options. Now, by default, a newly launched WordPress software would have a default plugin of Akismet. Where is that? And Hello Dolly. So let's go ahead and look at those plugin. There, Akismet anti-spam. So if you click on that, you also have the option to click on it, like read more about it before you install it. So you have here the different information about this particular plugin, as well as mm, reviews, contributors. You see there, Matt Mullenweg, the creator of WordPress. And you see here, there's a lot of people contributing to this plugin. That is what I'm talking about. It's an open source system. So there are people who are constantly improving the different software, or the software itself, and the different plugins that comes with it. You can also see here how to install and the different reviews on this particular plugin. So you have this particular option for you to really see if this particular plugin is good for your website. Okay, and another plugin that comes by default on your website is Hello Dolly. So Hello Dolly looks like this. There. It tells you what kind or the function of this plugin. And just like the other, like Akismet, it shows the reviews, ratings, contributors of this plugin. So if you don't like those, then you can just go ahead and add more plugins to your website. So you have different options. Now, what if you have purchased a plugin from other vendors? Then you can just upload plugin. Click on this, and it's very easy. Just click on it. Then if you have the plugin available in your computer, then you can just go ahead and choose file and install it to your computer. That's how easy it is to install a plugin. So you might ask, what plugins do I need to install? Well, that depends on you. That requires a lot of research and familiarity on how would you like your website to function. If you are on shopping, or if you are on online selling, then perhaps WooCommerce is the best plugin for you. This is specifically used for online selling. As I said, 42% of e-commerce industry uses this plugin, the WooCommerce. All right. And then we have here the last subsection under plugins. We have the plugin editor. Now, never ever touch this particular section if you are not familiar with coding work, because this has something to do with FTP, PHP, and the like. So if you are not familiar with those, better not touch the plugin editor. It's also appears in appearance. You have here theme editor. If you click on that, you will see different coding work, such as this one. So if you are not familiar with these things, better not touch this. Now this, you might ask, why is it there then? Well, this is specifically for those people who knows how to do these certain things, this coding work. If you know how, then you may go ahead and toggle it, but if not, then better stay away from it. All right. Next, we have the users section. The users section refers to the people who have access to your WordPress website. and to your WordPress dashboard. So you can go ahead and add people who you would like to be included in your website, whether that person may be the administrator, an editor, an author, a subscriber. So you can even assign roles to these people, and you can change or different options for you on what you would like to do with these users. So you can even edit the profile of your users in this section. Now let's take a look at the tools section. So if you click here, you will see different subsections. We'll focus on the import and export. So if you click on that, this is basically what a tool, something that you can use for you to import information and export information. Like import, if you click on import, you have here different options that you can choose. If you want to import posts, comments, and users from a blogger's blog, then you can go ahead and do that. From WordPress, even an entire website, you can go ahead and do this using this tool. Now, if you go to export, now this lets you export information from your website. So posts, pages, your templates, your contact forms, you can download, export files. So you can export different information. This particular tool is specifically used by plugin developers, plugin vendors, where they sell to you your plugins. Now, the last section that I want to discuss is on settings. So if you click on settings, you will have here different subsections. Click on general, and it will lead you to this. So this particular part of the dashboard will let you edit the content, the site title, what your website would the name of your website, and then your tagline. If you have a catchy phrase that you like to add, like ours is most comprehensive web hosting reviews. In a few words, explain what this site is about. So it will also guide you on what these parts are. The URL address and the site address. Site address, here if you want your site homepage to be different from your WordPress installation directory. So for us, it's the same, but if you like it to be different, then go ahead and do so. Your email address, and then even the membership type. There you go. Even the language, the time zone, the date format, time format, and then week start. So to announce whether if it's your website is when does it start, something like that. So you can go ahead and do this in the general settings. Now on the writing, now this particularly talks about it talks about the email of your website. So you can see in here the different settings that you can use. So default, so there, so you have different options here that you can choose from. Post via email, then you can toggle here the information, which information would you like to uh, to edit or whatnot. So this has something to do with your email. All right, reading. So the reading setting is how this refers now to the number of blog posts that appears on your website when a visitor visits your website. So your home page displays a static page. Select below. So you have home page. This is now the page, the static page that we're talking about. So at home, then you will see there the different blogs. So blog page shows at most 10 posts, 10 posts per blog. So it's not all like or not all compressed in one page. So if you want them to be distributed, so in one page there should be 10 blogs that should appear, not more. For each post in a feed, include a full text or a summary. So whatever you would like to have, perhaps you can use a summary for a teaser, and then or you can use full text if you want them to automatically see your full article or your full content. Search engine visibility, you can go ahead and check or deselect this if you want, whatever option you would like to choose. So this has something to do with the number of items that your readers will see, your visitors will see in your website. Discussion is dedicated to the comment section. So the discussion subsection is dedicated to the comment section. So here you can go ahead and select which option is both best for you. Email me whenever anyone posts a comment. A comment is held for moderation. Before a comment appears, you can go ahead and check that comment must be manually approved or not. Anyway, you have naman the option to approve, disprove it, to edit it, or even to put it in spam or erase it. Then comment moderation, there are also different options here that you can choose from. You can blacklist people, avatars, so all of those things you can go ahead and change the setting for the comments section. So this is where you go. Last that I would like to discuss is on permalinks. So permalinks has something to do with the structure of your URL. Now, how would you like your URL to appear? So you have different options here. So just click on what you would like to, or how you would like it to appear. You have different options. If you want your own, then you can go ahead and do that too. So that's it on permalinks. Building a website is not an easy task. But here in Websites Advice, we are conducting this webinar to show you that it is indeed possible. All you need to have is commitment, dedication, and patience. Patience for you to self-learn everything that you need to know for you to create your own personal and customized website. Now, as we wrap our discussion on WordPress navigation, I highly encourage you to comment down below the questions that you have for this topic or anything that has something to do with website making. And I will patch Ken through to give you expert answers. Now, as I do that, remember to fill up the feedback form. Get access to it at the end of our discussion so that you will be issued your e-certificates for watching this particular website. So thank you for sticking with me all throughout this discussion, and please stand by as I patch Ken through.